Good afternoon, everyone. It's Living the Good Life, and I have been out to the garage sales. So the first one yesterday started at 7 a.m. So you know me, I like to get an early start. And I had been to this house before and I had seen one of my competitors walking away with jewelry, sterling, and possibly some gold too, as well as a small wooden case of sterling silver. And I thought, I'm just going to go back there. Well, I am so glad that I did. So the first thing I did is I mentioned to her, because this was the lady that I got there before everyone else last time, and she said she had jewelry and she put it back later at 10 o'clock. I got there at 9:30, and that's when I saw my competitor walking away with everything. So I was already frustrated with that. I thought, I'm not going to be late this time. So here was a bag. There was some little bit of jewelry. She said this had been her mother, so I went through everything, and you can see there's a lot of crafting jewelry left, like individual pieces and all. But even from that, I found these items. This is a vintage listener bracelet, and it is really pretty. So that was fun. I found one piece of gold, so a single earring. Too bad there's not two of them, and it says 14 karat right there, as you can see. There was one sterling panel bracelet. This was really pretty, and it says sterling right there. So that was a pretty bracelet. You can see the design on it, little flowers. There were these stone earrings, a First Communion pin. Here's a little sterling bit. I don't know where that came from. A single sterling Native American earring, no, pendant. Here's a little sterling pendant, a sterling earring, single. I wish these would have had something. Here's a little cloisonne bell. Here's some vintage earrings for Christmas. I haven't tested these yet. I just pulled them out of there just in case. Then there was a whole bunch more I'm going to test. Here's a ring, but it's adjustable, but it's for some kind of organization, and it says like 1983. An old tie clip, a little ring that's likely going to be sterling. Here's an earring, a couple of hearts. Look, here's the frame from an old daguerreotype. Little bits and pieces. Then and here was a pretty mother of pearl panel of some kind for something. Also in there was these. This says that it's opal, but it's not sterling, so that's interesting. Here's another little, it's in the shape of a bee. Here's another one that's in its, that's a pretty one actually. There was a few pins. Here's a little stick pin. There's two, I don't know if I can even get this out. Here's some pendants and a cross. There was a couple of service pins, a watch, another pin. It's not sterling though. And then there was this. This is some interesting necklace. It's like a three-tiered, but it's got a lobster claw, so it's not old. But that one was together. And then there was this one, which is really interesting. Almost has a Celtic design to it. And there was one earring that matched, but that was it. So it was gone. But I asked, well, do you have anything else? And last time I missed the silverware. She goes, I said, do you have anything more of your mother? She goes, oh, let me pull this down. And she pulled out this wooden case, opened it up, and I'm going to get up so you can see. I picked up one of the spoons, turned it over, and I'm having a hard time seeing myself. Is it focusing? Maybe I better, can you see there? It says sterling. So I picked up a few more. I said, okay, let's just make sure. Sterling. Okay, so I realized, because there was other things in there. So see all these were all non-sterling, and they were all piled on top, okay? So, and these were on the side. These are beautiful. Look at those. These are sterling handled carving set. They were on the side, as well as this sterling handled pie server. But then I went ahead and I saw how many of these pattern were in there. And I said, so how much would that be? She said $50. So I got all the sterling for $50, all the jewelry for $5. I have weighed all this up. I mean, look at this. Beautiful little bonbon server. There's a little lemon fork in here. Here's the knives. It is not a complete set. You can see that there are 7 knives, a little butter knife here, a pie server, 2 iced teaspoons. I don't know what kind of spoon this is. Look at that kind of roughly edge. But there's a whole bunch of spoons. And they're not cream soup spoons with the round bowl, but like here's the dinner forks, salad forks, dessert forks. But there's about 40 or so pieces in total. I have weighed everything. 39.7 ounces at $24 per ounce. That's $952. If you take it down to 80%, which is what it would be worth if you sold it, it'd be $761, and I paid $50. So I was so thrilled I went back there, because you know, sometimes when you go back you think, oh, they've already put everything out that's good. Well, no, they didn't. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all my sterling. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I just come by and I pick it up and I look at that again. I say, sterling. I am so happy with it. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything and seeing my beautiful sterling. I would love to hear from you guys and hear some of your fun stories about finding great things for just a little bit of money. And I'd really appreciate your subscription. Take care. Bye-bye.